Welcome to episode 26 of the Hoppy Thoughts podcast.
26 is crazy, by the way.
Coming to you live, as always, from Chet's Garage. I know, 26. Last time was 25, and I wanted to do like an anniversary thing. I couldn't put the pieces together in time, but yeah, 26.
26
quarter of the way to 100.
Wild.
Yeah, we'll be hitting 2,000 episodes. Like, we don't even...
Yeah.
That'd be like 7 years
I
now.
honestly am at a point where it's
That'd be
like...
crazy.
It's not at a point. I think we really have done this, but with our most like relatively recent success on Instagram.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been going off.
Yeah, I'm so shocked. I mean, again, I think every
my phone
post
doesn't quit.
I know it doesn't. There's at least 10 comments every day. Yeah, and what's so interesting about that one post in particular? I mean, I guess it's entertaining, but I think everything I post is entertaining.
Yeah, I think there's way more interesting stuff than a fictional polar bear scenario. Which, by the way, everyone. We know the polar bear would not slip with socks on. That's just to aid to your survivability.
No, Costco doesn't sell guns. No, there's not shovels and chainsaws at the end of every aisle.
Yeah, no axes at the end of every aisle. I'm 50-50 on the Benadryl and meat situation.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, like you got time to just shove bottles of Benadryl in there as if like that bear's not going to pick it out. Like,
yeah, that assumes it wants to even
coat it and cook it for him.
It wants to eat you. It doesn't want to eat this.
Yeah,
regular
like
meat.
He's gonna stand where the rotisserie chickens are and be like, can I get a pork loin covered in Benadryl, please?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Like,
many,
full fucking
so many people. So a lot of people are like, oh, they don't even tell you like how they would kill the polar bear. They'd be like, I could take it.
Yeah,
no, you can't.
Yeah, I could do that.
I would go to the parking lot and get my Ford Ranger.
I will say this:
Ford Ranger.
I appreciate the guy that like it was like comment like 3 or 4 when the post first went out. There was a guy who's like, "No fucking way, you're taking a polar bear without a gun." Thank you, guy. Yeah. You are right. You are full on fucking right. There's no way that a pissed off polar bear is going to like just succumb to fucking 400 pills of Benadryl.
Exactly.
Like, I don't.
No, it's silly. But that's the whole point. But I think, dude, every single time I open up and I see that post of the try not to laugh thing of Trump being talking slow, dude, it gets me every time. Dude, Shelby hears that and she's like, nope. She's like, can't hear his voice. Nope. Clicks off it. I think it's so funny.
No, that one and your most recent beer, cigarette.
Beer, cigarette. Did you see my April 1st post?
I think so.
Okay. It was just like a super cut of some funny
sounds.
The
highlights.
Yeah.
Super
simple.
Yes, that was good.
I like the one back during the Halloween episode because I was like looking back at previous episodes. The Halloween one. You taking a bite of pickle, you're yelling at me, swallow it, and you're like, I swallowed it. You made like a funny noise.
There was one.
There's the one where we're both wearing our tinfoil hats, and I was explaining
the
furniture one. You're like, they're lying to us. 9/11. Silly.
I want to say that one. I was a little buzzed.
Yeah, I would imagine. That was the whole point was to be funny. We were like, let's drink.
We
pregame.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We did. That's right. We did pregame for that one.
Yeah,
that one was tough.
Well, hey, I got a really fun episode today. I was talking to Chet last time about how I'm looking to tweak the strategy up a little bit. Again, pump the numbers, baby. Pump the numbers.
Yeah.
We're going to do 3 episodes in a row in the realm of video games. And today we're talking about, I think, one of your favorite video games of all time, Pokemon.
Oh, interesting.
Pokemon. I learned a lot about Pokemon. What we're going to be talking about today with some...
we're going to drink some golden Mankeys here.
That's what I said. I was like, wow, you got beers that kind of
I see why you said that.
The thing, yeah.
Now I see why you said that.
Golden Monkey.
Do
you know much about these at all?
I know.
They're 9.5%.
I have drank these one time. I drank a whole 6-pack, and I was like, holy shit, I do not need to drink a whole 6-pack of these because they're 9.5%.
Yeah. It says it big, bold on the box.
And so I have not had them since. Just because that was like right when the 9.5% world was kind of like, I feel like until like 3 or 4 years ago, 9.5% beers just weren't around. And then all of a sudden it was like, boom, everybody's got like high ABV beers. Maybe that's just because like I'm 29 and I was
not interested in that stuff.
Not drinking like these beers then.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's to provide you the amount of alcohol in 2 beers just in one. Like just to cut down on calories and things. That's my thought.
Yeah, so for today I was like, I want a high ABV beer.
Yeah.
I don't want to drink as much. So it's like
boom, exactly. You're the prime audience. Yeah, the box art's kind of like this Buddha meditation looking thing. It's very it's pretty cool.
I want to say Scott likes these.
He likes the
Trapels.
Yes, he does.
The Belgian Trapels.
They're one of his favorite.
Sweet. If I remember correctly, this is the one that has like kind of a, I think almost like a banana bread kind of smell or taste to it. I'm watching you sniff it, so of course.
Yeah, it smells it, when you walk past, like when you go to a brewery to, drink or meet someone there or something, and you walk past like the brewing equipment.
Yeah.
It kind of smells like that, which is like a kind of yeasty sweet smell.
Yeah.
This is what I get from that. I also get a very German smell as well, German beer smell.
I think they're good.
It's very open smelling. I'm on the my Instagram right now is a lot of like wine sommelier talk stuff right now. So people are always like, I taste the rock fruit and the citrus and a little bit of like dirty earth. It's all this bullshit talk.
I was going to say, I have been in those classes and I just think it's horseshit. Like, I agree that I taste these things when I try them, but I feel like 50% of it is because I just read a description off it and I go, oh, I do taste that. I would have never tasted that if I hadn't seen that grapefruit was listed on it.
No, I think a lot of the sommeliers, whether you're an Instagram account or you're a professional, like you train for years.
Yeah.
You can't just, your palate can be as good as you think it is, but there's no way you're as good as some of these sommeliers. Just, you're not a savant.
Yeah,
you have to train. It's not easy.
Yeah, you really do have to get down like the taste profiles. You basically have drank so many wines that you just like you can determine the whole spectrum of wines, if that makes sense, and you kind of pick up in a gauge there.
Like, it's so impressive to me that sommeliers will drink a wine, they'll look at it, they'll smell it, and they'll go, "This is a specific type of wine from this specific part of the world, vinted in this year."
And see, like,
holy shit.
I know, like...
That's nuts.
I'm a pretty big wine drinker. I know a lot of wines. And my favorite is, like, Franzia and Barefoot.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing wrong with that. Those are wines.
And Boone Farmville wines.
Dude, Franzia is not a wine, I'm convinced. I think they just add vodka, grape juice or something.
Dude, Franzia and Barefoot's dog shit. Same thing with the...
There's an...
Is that Yellowtail?
I think Yellowtail is... not terrible.
It's not terrible, but it's not good.
It's not great, no. I'd rather have boxed wine. Or it's boxed wine. It's a Franzia. I'd rather have the Boda box or the black box.
Yeah, the Boda box is pretty good. Dude, I am really struggling with this one.
Oh, no worries. The best one I've ever... Or maybe not the best, but the most unique one I ever had tasted like dirty, like dirt. Like wet soil. It was kind of crazy. No, it was an extremely expensive bottle of wine, and a lot of, when it gets higher in dollar, it just tastes more unique.
No, that's what I mean. It was like an old wine.
It was like a 2020 vintage, 2018 maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, I had it, no, that's a lie. I drank it in 2018, but it was maybe a 2015, 2016 vintage from somewhere in Napa Valley, California, where they only make like, 50 of these bottles a year. Do you need an official branded caliber? Okay.
No.
It was good, but it just tasted like how warm, wet soil smells. Like right after a rain, if you were to put your nose in the dirt, that's what it tasted like. It's actually kind of cool. You did it first try. Nice. Awesome. Well, our warm-up question for the day is, when was your first kind of experience or happy memory with the Pokemon franchise?
Oh.
Is it playing the games, watching the anime?
That's a great question. I think everyone has like their first movie. Which my first Pokemon movie was the original Mewtwo movie.
That's still starring Ash, right?
Yeah, it's Ash.
Yeah.
And then there's like Pokemon 2000, which was Lugia. Those were like I watched those on VHS.
Yeah. Yeah. The original movie, as we'll get to in the end, came out in like 1999 or 2001 or something like that.
And it's like when Mewtwo invites everyone to, he like breaks away from Team Rocket, and then he like invites everyone to an island to like fight, and they have like, he's like made like Pokemon clones.
Whoa.
And then Ash and the gang go.
I haven't seen any of the movies. I've seen like an episode or two of the anime.
Oh, okay. So it's before he like gets to the Elite Four, and it's, I want to say it's like in the earlier seasons, because the way animes do movies is typically it's like in between seasons.
Yeah, it's like transitions.
Exactly, and so he's like getting to dude, I don't remember. Anyhow, he gets to a new city, and when he gets to the city, the Mewtwo arc starts, where yes, Mewtwo breaks away, and dude, it's like insane fucking fighting for 1999, like for a kids anime, at least from what I was being exposed to. And then Mewtwo, who is a genetic clone of Mew.
Yeah.
They then clone other Pokemon. And Mewtwo is like...
It's like a research island where they're doing this, or Mewtwo is doing this?
So Mewtwo gets... He's on a research island. He breaks out of the island, destroys the entire island. And Giovanni, Team Rocket's like leader, is like, I'm going to fucking take you down. Like... We can work together, but if you don't want to work together, I'm going to take you down. Mewtwo's like, no, fuck you. You're just trying to enslave me.
Yeah, which is what they were.
Fair. Yeah. But then he just like takes it a step further, and he's like, all Pokemon are enslaved.
Yeah. True.
And so it's like he's like have an individual mindset, and then he's like, I'm going to gather up like the strongest Pokemon, and the strongest Pokemon can join me. So the way that's going to work is I'm going to get like a battle arena going, a tournament going. And I'm going to invite trainers to come to my arena. That's on a separate island. Well, he's like a psychic type, so he like takes over a couple people to do like his administrative stuff. Like somebody's got to go get him Chipotle for lunch in the middle of the day.
Gotcha.
So yeah, like people on the like main continent go missing. Yeah. Not like dispersed, but like on this edge little town. And then they end up like finding them on this island as like employees for Mewtwo.
Yeah.
But then yes, Mewtwo ends up like hosting this like battle event. And from the battle event, like you determine what Mewtwo's like motive is, and then as all good animes do, the power of friendship is what brings saves the day. Ash dies. Pikachu saves him because he loves him. Yeah. And so Ash comes back alive, and Mewtwo's moved. So then Mewtwo leaves. Like that's if I remember correctly, that's like the gist of it. He's like, wow, you guys aren't enslaved. All right, I'm gonna leave now.
Yeah.
So, and then my favorite is 2000. Which is the three legendary birds, Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno.
Yeah.
And as I don't know why this is the concept, but there's like it's always like a yin and yang situation, or like a balance situation. So like the three birds are very territorial, and they're like, oh, we can't like...
That's very big in anime, a balance of power.
Yeah, and the three birds are very territorial. One of them gets captured, and so then the other two birds are like, oh, that one got captured? He's weak? I'm taking his shit. So then one of the two birds goes and takes over the other island, but then of course the third bird is like, no, fuck you, I'm taking that shit.
Yeah.
So then there's like this like fighting, and of course that causes like environmental changes. The only way to set it right is to go to this island. Ash is all drug into this. Yeah. There's of course like a small group of people who have been in charge for the last century to make sure that the three birds don't fight. But they don't know how one of the birds got captured, so that's a whole problem there. So, in essence, what's ending up happening, there's like a third actor who's trying to capture the third three legendary birds, and then the island people tell like Ash in the movie, they're like, hey, really the only way to set the like three like to make sure that all is balanced in the world, Lugia, the one above the three, the master of the three, has to come in and set shit straight.
I see.
And so
there's always like a god type
tier
of entity.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so
classic writing
then
trope.
Of course, right when you're like, oh my god, there's no hope, the world's gonna fucking, here comes Lugia, fucking out of the ocean. He wakes up, you know. He kicks ass, and then they like almost lose, of course. In typical fashion, they almost lose. Lugia can almost not do it.
But then they find
and then
secret
he does.
hidden power.
Yeah.
He just tries harder.
More friendship. And then they do.
Classic.
They win. And then that's 2000. I have not watched really anything else outside of that from like any of the new anime stuff. I haven't watched. All the old stuff from when I was a kid was all the shit that I've watched.
I remember seeing a couple of episodes of the original animated show with Ash and Misty and Brock. And it was always so fun and kind of cheerful, and it was like pretty like safe to watch. I mean, it's like Pokemon. There's no blood. The Pokemon just faint. I mean, that's a game mechanic, et cetera, et cetera. I think it's kind of funny is that in the movie, someone is capturing these legendary birds, but in the game, I mean, you want to capture.
Yeah,
like that's like why you're there.
Yeah,
like, I want the Rayquaza. I want the Articuno.
Is to capture them. Yeah, Ash. If like and for anybody, if we get on the fucking Pokemon social media and they start coming after us, from what I remember,
it's been 20 years since we've seen these movies.
Yeah,
so.
But if I remember from like the shows, I don't recall Ash like championing a legendary. Like there's plenty of legendaries that like have an amicable relationship that they create with Ash, and then they part ways. That's it. He doesn't actually like capture one and then it's on his team.
Yeah. Do you remember his team?
His team changes like from season to season.
I remember like Starmie. Or did Misty have a Starmie?
Misty had a Starmie. So
Brock was Onyx.
His like original team was he gets Pikachu first, and then he ends up getting Bulbasaur and Squirtle and Charmander, which I want to say he got.
Oh, he gets all of the
starters. Because remember, Squirtles have like the Squirtle dudes, which is like the infamous Squirtle scene where they have like the fucking
cool
sick
glasses.
ass glasses on. And one of his Squirtles does that. And then his Venusaur is like always kind of like a bashful kind of guy.
It's Butterfree. He had a Butterfree.
Butterfree. Yeah, that's right.
He had a Pidgeot.
Yes.
He had a Bulbasaur and a Charizard and a Squirtle.
Yep.
Okay, great.
And then Pikachu is kind of like this outlier of like.
Yeah. He also used Primeape, Krabby / Kingler.
Yeah.
Muck, Tauros, and Lapras.
Which I think he ends up giving Kingler to Professor Oak.
Yeah, I can't remember.
And then I learned this the other day. I didn't know this. I saw some like a little fun fact online that they were like, Ash has 39 Tauros.
Tauros?
Tauros.
The Pokemon.
He
has 39 of them?
He has 39 of them. He like caught a whole herd.
Ah, I see.
He's like
in the safari.
Yeah, like something was
crazy
gonna happen to them in the anime, and so he's like, I'm taking all of them.
Damn, dude.
So he gave 39 Tauros to Professor Oak. He doesn't actually use them. He just like gave a whole fucking field of cattle.
Yeah, seriously.
To Professor Oak.
Caught all these.
Yeah, and so now there's like this bit that like when Professor Oak's like he like runs away from him. I mean, if you can imagine that, like in an anime where the Professor Oak's like, and then it's like 39 Tauros fucking plow him, you know.
Dang. Yeah, that sucks. That's like an interview question. Like, if you were given an elephant, but you couldn't give it away, what would you do? It's like, what if you were given 39 Tauroses?
What's funny is like
can't give them away.
It's bigger than one box.
That's so many.
In the PC, it's bigger than one box. You're like, can you imagine in a game having that many?
If I like bought a random,
you'd had to have been
fire red version
for
from
perfect
GameStop.
Stats.
If I bought a cartridge from GameStop and plugged it into my Game Boy and was like 39 Tauroses, I'd be like, this person has a mental illness.
What the hell are they doing?
What?
Why?
Why would you do that?
Why these? Like maybe they were trying to shiny farm. Maybe they were trying to like.
But then why would you catch the ones that aren't shiny?
Yeah, I know.
It's weird. Anyway, okay, great. I mean, again, this is a highlight on your knowledge and your experience with Pokemon. Yeah. The first time I played a Pokemon game was when I was like 15 or 16. So I did not grow up playing Pokemon.
What was your first game?
I think it was Emerald, like the Emerald or Sapphire.
What starter did you pick?
I think it was Torchic.
Okay.
Man, yeah, Blaziken.
So strong. So cool.
That was one of my first memories. But I don't even think I went on to beat the Final Four and do all of that. Like I just completed like the bad guy, team, whatever story that was in that game. And I was like, cool, I beat it.
Do you have a Switch?
I sold it. I didn't play it for like a year or so.
Yeah, I got rid of it.
Yeah.
But
I like booting one up and
yeah.
No,
so Fire Red just came out on Switch too. For like $20.
For like modern like 3D.
Yeah, which they've never done. And so people are expecting them to do the same thing with Emerald again. But it is like truly classic. Like if you want to do any trading, you have to use someone else's Switch, or you have to have two Switches to then trade with each other.
Yes.
And so
the trading, as you'll learn, was a very important part of original Pokemon. Like
almost
why it was created.
Yeah, you had versions, right? So you had like red, blue, yellow, or fire red, and then what do they call blue?
The original was red.
It's
and
leaf
blue.
green. There's not a blue.
No, there's not a blue. Well, the original game was red and blue, and then they like re-released it for another generation called
Yellow,
Fire Red, and Leaf Green.
So yes, but then they did a third one. So there's red, blue, and then they did a third one similar like Emerald, where they did yellow, but you could get Pikachu as a starter.
Yep.
And then then they came out with. Wait, actually, did they come out with Fire Red before they came out with Emerald? There's no way.
Let's look it up.
Because the physical and special attack, like the physical and special typing was still split, or did they just keep it that way because they were remaking Fire Red? They switched the way, so they switched the way that typing works, and like how moves and stats apply.
So it was red and green. Then there was blue, and then there was yellow. Red and green and blue released on the same year.
I didn't know
like
there's a
same
green.
Time, like at the same moment.
I mean, I guess that's why there's a leaf green.
And then there was yellow.
That's crazy.
And then there was gold and silver. Then there was crystal.
Yes. And then crystal was like the yellow version.
Yeah. And then there was ruby and sapphire. And then there was emerald. Ruby and sapphire lasted from 2020.
And then after Emerald came out Fire Red and Leaf Green.
Correct.
Yes.
Emerald and Fire Red and Leaf Green came out in 2004.
Yes.
Dude,
Emerald, and correct me if I'm wrong. Those of you online who like telling me that I'm wrong, they switched the typing around. So not like fire and water and electricity and rock. They didn't like change those, but the way that the moves associated to those types were changed. So in the earlier versions, all rock type moves were physical attack moves.
Yeah.
And then all like water moves were special attack moves, right? So all water was a special type of move.
Yeah.
They ended up switching that to where some water type moves were physical and some water type moves were special, and some rock type moves were physical and some rock type moves were special. Maybe rock.
I think earthquake was a special type move, but like rock throw was a physical. So as an example,
bad example because earthquake is known for like being a really prominent attack type or physical attack type. But like
wrong, boys.
but like waterfall was a special type and was a special type and was switched over to an attack type. And maybe not because for this specific Pokemon, but like that's why Gyarados is so good now, is because Gyarados in like the early generations wasn't very good. He's a physical attack type, and all of his moves were special. All of his like water type moves, and you want to use water type moves because you get with stab or same type advantage bonus. So you get 50% on to your attack power for those moves. But he was not a very good special attacker, and yet he was water type, so it just sucked. All of his moves were not good. But then Waterfall came out with like 90 fucking hit points, and then he gets a 50% stab bonus, and he has Dragon Dance, so now he's fast, and he gets an attack bonus, and he gets an attack bonus, and it's a physical attack. Like, it's just insane how well it stacks.
That add up.
So, yeah, they've done a good job of like switching that around. Of course, that was 20 years ago, but...
Yeah. Well, hey, I wanted to talk to you because maybe you know a couple of things about the history of Pokemon.
Yeah.
I'm so interested with the history of many, many things because Pokemon is huge.
Oh, it's massive.
We'll get to the numbers, but it's the highest lifetime grossing franchise ever on planet Earth.
That's crazy.
It beats out the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It beats out
like Disney
Harry Potter.
IPs?
It beats out every single individual Disney IP. Now, if you combine all of Disney together, that's dozens and dozens of franchises. Yes, it beats Pokemon. But it is the number one single franchise in the entire world.
Who owns the franchise of Pokemon? Is that Nintendo who owns full rights?
It's owned in kind of loose thirds by Game Freak. That's the company that started Pokemon. Nintendo. And a company called Creatures, Inc., which we'll talk about.
Okay. But Game Freak is the original...
Yes,
okay,
and you've seen them. You know, every time the game opens, it's Game Freak, right? It's like a kind of rock thumbprint looking icon that they have for Game Freak. But yeah, well, I want to tell you about the history of Pokemon. History of the founder, history of the first game, and history of the company Game Freak. The founder. Do you know the founder's name?
No.
His name is Satoshi Tajiri. I think if I'm pronouncing it right, Tajiri. Maybe I'm going to call him Satoshi because that's way easier to say.
Yeah.
Satoshi was born on August 28th, 1965 in Setagawa, Tokyo, but he grew up in another suburb of Tokyo called Machida, which was at this time a rural farming community that was experiencing rapid industrialization. When he was a child, he often collected insects that he found and would often trade them with other children, which, as we all know, is kind of this weird pre-thought. A very important aspect of Pokemon is you can trade, right? Yeah. Either it's peer-to-peer, like player to player, or you can trade it with other people, like entities in the game or whatever else, right? So as a kid growing up in the rural farmlands of Tokyo, he loved to collect insects, and he's kind of formed this like a child community of bug collectors. Like he would take bugs to school, he would take bugs to school and they would trade them, and like they wouldn't battle them, quote unquote, but they would just amass a collection of little insects.
Look at my bugs. I call all these bugs. My farm has these bugs. Your farm doesn't have these
exactly.
Bugs. That's kind of cool.
And the cooler the bugs were, the bigger they were, the more colorful, that was more, enticing, I would say. Okay, so is that kind of fun?
Yeah.
He was one of the best bug catchers, and he was called Dr. Bug by his classmates. Which, to me, in the way the Wikipedia article and some of Satoshi's interviews went, like, it was not derogatory. It was kind of it was a term of respect.
Oh, yeah. It's like an accolade, for sure.
Yes. I mean, Dr.
Bug.
Yeah, Doctor. In his teenage years, he became fascinated with arcade games. Same, brother.
Yeah, same.
With his favorite being the all-time classic Space Invaders and Dig Dug.
Okay. Dig Dug is sick.
Yeah, it's super simple. You just dig into the ground. You dodge like the weird alligator monster things that come around. Yeah. This passion for arcade games and video games in general grew, and he sought to learn more about the process of video game creation, notably taking part in a Famicom game contest. The Famicom is what the Japanese called the Nintendo Entertainment System, the NES. Which is like the second or third most played video game console. There's like the Sega Genesis, and then there was the NES. He took apart one of the NESs to see how it worked. So he found or bought a broken one, and he took it apart. He was just super interested. He also won a local Sega-sponsored contest in his town centered around game design, creation, and story. Now, it doesn't tell, I didn't know what he came up with, but he entered this contest and came up to come up with like an original idea for a game. And they thought his idea was the best. And he won a small cash prize. He poured himself into these video game oriented passions, skipping school, but ultimately achieving his high school diploma. He went on to attend at the National Institute of Technology at the Tokyo College in pursuit of electrical and computer science. So smart guy, driven, but he loved video games. I mean, he was kind of putting a lot of things aside for the video game stuff, which I think is a lot of kind of like teenage. Yeah. Like when I think almost every male kid like wanted to be a video game designer, tester, person. I had that idea for a while. Like, I wonder how much even there was an industry for it. And at this point, it's like the 80s, right? Yeah, it's like 85. Most of it was arcade games, right? In the 80s, where a lot of this timeline was centered, it was mostly arcade games. So you have to go somewhere and play them. Mm-hmm. The NES and like the Atari just came out. And these are like, I mean, yes, you can play them at home, but the consoles themselves are really expensive. Yeah, and I bet you that there was like, because I'm thinking of consoles like Pong that was around like the 70s, where it was like the Atari. You played one game. You played Pong. Yes, exactly. Like, that was the Atari. Okay. I think like some of these, like the NES, if you bought it during its first year, like at that time, adjusted for inflation, that was like a $700 console. Jesus, like these things are really expensive. That's why people would go to arcades to play for a quarter. Try to get the high score type of thing. Of course, the price of these video games consoles went down, but at this time, that's kind of how expensive things were. As an older teen / early adult from 1981 to 1986. He wrote and self-published a fanzine, kind of a magazine that he wrote himself about video game strategy, about other arcade games that he liked. He would literally take a piece of paper and write video game strategy. Like, make sure you stay on this, for this game, stay on this part of the level and wait for this thing to happen.
Oh,
he
like guides.
Guides, yes.
Yeah,
he would write arcade game strategy. He would
I
also
thought you were talking about like business strategy. I was like, man, jump of the ball here, don't you think?
Dang, yeah. What do you know about that?
He's like, well, don't tell anyone that you have your IP yet.
Yeah. Now he was so fascinated, and what's crazy at this time is that the internet kind of wasn't around. Yeah, I would say. No one knew how to beat the games.
Yeah. Do you remember like
you can't just look up secret to a puzzle?
Like you didn't go into GameStop and they sold a fucking book.
Yeah, of like cheat codes and guides.
Yeah,
and
it was a step by like Pokemon had like literally a 40-50 page book you could pay $15 for, and it would walk you through
every Pokemon in every region. Yeah,
and like my parents never bought that for me, but my friends would have one, and they were like, "You don't know that you can do that?" And I go, "No, I didn't have a fucking book."
That's studying the ancient text. Yeah, that's the Bible. I need that.
Yeah, literally, they got a cookbook to figure out how to play the game, and I was like, I didn't know that you could do that until. Yeah. Much later on when I realized my friends had these.
In the early 2000s, there was a whole cable network devoted to video game strategy, video game content. It was called G4. Yeah. And they had one of their shows. They would talk about video games and video game news and stuff, like just entertainment news. But they had segments talking about World of Warcraft bosses back during the first and second expansions, how to beat them. Because literally no one knew how to beat them, and no one has ever played a game like this before. And they would be like, okay, in a party of 20, you take all of your damage, all your DPS, and put them on this side of the room. When the boss does this mechanic, you'll see these things on the floor. You need to get out of the way of like class.
Dude, that's so crazy that there are people who are paid to do that. Like
seriously,
go play World of Warcraft.
Study, like log into the game and study what the top guilds are doing.
I want you to go put in 100 hours in this raid. Yeah, and I want you to give me a report in 2 weeks. You have 100 hours to put in 2 weeks. Yeah. And write me a report that tells me how to fucking beat this thing with no issues. Yeah. That's
crazy.
Nuts.
Exactly.
And we're going to sell that. We're going to sell that one page in an entirety of a book of how to play World of Warcraft. That's it.
We'll publish it and put it on the shelf. And a lot of them sold pretty well. Yeah. Like there was an early magazine that went bankrupt in like 2012. It was like I can't remember what it was called, but it was a magazine full of that stuff. It wasn't this one. But it was full of these like just gaming news.
It's not crazy. It makes sense. It makes sense that people would do that because you genuinely did.
And the only time you would like learn how to play a game to the best of your ability is if you saw someone better than you play it. You're over their shoulder watching the arcade game happen.
Yeah.
And then you try it out. Like it was just super local, right? The skill levels of these things. Yeah, super cool.
That's sick. And now everything's like fucking sweat your tits off. I'm so good.
Yeah, I know.
I don't even want to play.
Like, I know. Sometimes I'll get to like a a puzzle in some game, and I'll give it 1 or 2 tries, and I'll just Google it. Like, what's the solution to the puzzle?
Oh, Will. Oh, shame.
A big thing recently, I've been playing Resident Evil, right, as per last episode.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, you come across safes that have combinations.
Oh,
and you learn the safe
code?
further in the game, or you learn the combination further in the game. You're supposed to go back. I just look it up.
Yeah.
I just look it up immediately.
That's fun.
Which I think is kind of the pussy way to play. But given that the access to the information is so easy.
It's so easy. You might as well.
So easy. Right. I remember like Tony Hawk Pro Skater on the.
I mean, you know what? You know what? I will say this. Outside of like cheat codes, like in like GTA, cheat codes are known for like up, down, left, right. Fucking A, B, C. You're like, okay, how am I supposed to fucking remember that? And dude, I'd watch my friend like, he had it memorized. He'd throw it in. Like, holy shit! Now this car can fly.
A lot of kids. I remember like kids would come to school and we would swap notes on different video games. They would like. Maybe they heard it from their older brother's friend, the cheat code to get infinite ammo in some game or something, and they'd write it down on a piece of paper. Duh. And then they inside of the physical copies, they would keep their like cheat code paper. And then they would bring that cheat code paper into school to like spread the word that like this is how you get infinite ammo. Which was so it's like such a that does not exist anymore.
No,
that does not exist. No. The idea that I'm writing down like my own guide to a game that I play and then bringing it to someone else and sharing knowledge, like that does not fucking exist anymore.
I've been playing I shouldn't say I've been playing. I've been trying to diversify what I'm playing. Okay. Because I could play Warframe and I would just rip through everything there is to do. Yeah. And then like
just be sad.
Move on. I get bored of it, and it's like, okay, I don't want to do that. And I do want to play it, and I want to go back to it. And I don't want to get burnt out. And I used to play Destiny, but it kind of is a shithole nowadays. So I've been playing Black Desert Online.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty big pivot. I would say from a lot of that.
It is a big pivot.
I've played that before. It's not terrible.
I've played it before. I've had problems with it.
Yeah.
Because it has an in-game market.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord.
Classic.
But I decided this time around, I was like, it's been a couple of years. I played it in college. I was like, it's been a couple of years. I'll play it, And so it's one of those games that you have to find the wiki. You have to get on their wiki.
Yeah.
Because like what the fuck is happening? Like I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I started. You can choose like how you want to begin your quest line. And I totally picked the wrong fucking quest line. I should have done the like one I've done 1,000 times and been like, that's. But I picked a different one because I was like, let me give it a shot. I'm like, fuck, dude. How do I get through this? Yeah, how do I get through this quest?
Yeah, that's another huge thing that is kind of just taken the magic out of a lot of MMOs. Is that with a Google search, you know how to do and be the best character. You're not finding. It's not a find your own adventure, make your own adventure. It is. I want to be the best, strongest.
Yeah.
And to become the best, strongest, you just do what the guide says. Do what the wiki says.
Do the pattern that everyone else is doing. The new update came out. Everyone found out how much you can make per hour, and that's the thing you have to do.
Yep.
But no, it's one of those games that it's like you can do so many different things in that game. That's really fun. But yeah, I started a new character.
Nice.
And I've just been...
What character is it? Like, is it a fighter?
Okay, well, if anybody else hears this, they're going to make fun of me.
Don't say like elf healer.
No. It's like a notoriously bad character. Like the class is just apparently not good, but it looks so cool.
It's like a gunner or something.
It's called Deadeye, and it's like a babe hot chick cowboy. And
Nice.
I was like, oh yeah,
Awesome. Done.
Done.
Nice.
And I'm trying to get through that character so that I can start on the seasonal server another character that's like, do you know who Sephiroth is?
Yeah.
It's Sephiroth,
that.
but female.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude. Big sword and big wings. I'm in it.
Sold.
You know?
When you create characters in an MMO, do you usually go female? Or do you go male?
No, not always. It depends. Like I think back to like, oh my god, I just like had a whole memory of a game that I have not thought about in forever. DC Universe Online. I
remember seeing commercials for it, but I've never played it.
My brother and I play DC Universe all the time. And I'm a sucker for like just a big bruiser guy. Like, let me just get a big guy who punches.
Strength build, baby.
Yeah, like
strength
just
build,
fucking go for it.
Strong.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I had that, and then I had like a control player who did like psychic attacks. But I had I had a female psychic player, and then I had a big bruiser guy, and I started the big bruiser guy because it's just fun.
Nice.
Just to punch things is fun.
Yeah,
you can't convince me otherwise. So, yeah, I almost went with they have a class in BDO that's like a bruiser character, just like he's just fists, and then like later on he like awakens, and he gets like cannon arms, and it's like close range, fucking just punch things. You're like, fuck yeah, dude, it's
awesome.
Sick.
Score.
And he's good. I thought about making him. I was really in between. I was like, but I've played him before. And I was like, I should try something new, branch out. So yeah, I tried this Deadeye character, and then I look into her a little bit because I'm like, how do you play as this person? And
high skill cap.
Well, everyone's like, she's dog shit. Don't play her.
Ouch.
Yeah, and I was like,
see, but
she's
like
so
like,
cool.
Exactly. Right. There's such a push and a pull between what I want to play and what is best.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can find that out with one Google search. In 10 seconds, you can find that out. And that's what kind of
God,
sucks.
There's so many people on BDO are like, you shouldn't look at tier lists. Like, tier lists don't matter, but some characters do suck. Deadeye sucks. And I'm like, shit,
some characters are terrible.
Yeah. So,
well, in the very early days of Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon's not a thing yet in the world in 1981 to 1986. But the to-be founder, starts his own game strategy guide, which I think is super cool.
That is super cool.
He would handwrite his notes. He would then go to a copier, copy his notes, and make 500 copies. And he would then walk around the city, walk around the suburbs, and distribute these for free or for like a small fee, distribute them to like newsstands, right? So if someone was walking by or in like a little game shop or something, they might see his literal handwritten notes and be like, oh my God, I want to get the highest score on Space Invaders.
Don't you, it's crazy how like corporatized everything is that like, I bet you right now you couldn't go make a product, go into a gas station and try to say like, hey, can I sell my magazine here?
No.
And you wouldn't be able to, you'd get stuck into some fucking email inbox for someone in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Who's like,
that's impossible to do.
It's literally insane.
Yeah.
Like it's,
sorry. No, I think it's
that's
like
me complaining about there's no homegrown products anymore.
Yeah, I agree that Japan is just culturally different, but at this time, but
yeah,
super cool. Like if I was a Japanese kid and I was interested in arcade games, which I'm sure I would have been, I would have seen this and be like, oh wow, I can get the high score in Space Invaders by doing what this guy says. Like, I'd buy one.
Fuck yeah, dude.
He called this magazine.
Or I tried to read it as many times as I couldn't memorize it.
In the store?
Run to the arcade.
You can't take pictures of it, so you better.
No, you're like, oh, right side.
Like all my brain power. And imagine like the effort it took to write this. Like, imagine going to the arcade and just spending hours playing to get good enough to write like a strategy guide. That's so much time
how many quarters
sunk into this.
His parents were like, you're never going to amount to anything if you keep playing these fucking video games.
Exactly. No, he chased his passions. What did he call this magazine that he self-published? Game Freak.
Fuck yeah, dude.
With big black letters, hand
dude, what
hand
a kid.
drawn.
What a kid.
Game Freak.
Dude, Game Freak. I'm a game freak.
Like I mentioned, it was primarily centered around game strategy and Easter eggs that he found in multiple games. One of his most popular issues was a piece on strategy for the game Xavius. This game was like an overhead. You're flying a ship, kind of similar to Space Invaders, your little ship, and you're flying left to right across the screen, shooting enemies that are coming down at you from the top of the screen.
Yeah.
And every once in a while, you'll drop bombs on certain like land-based things that are underneath you, land-based military bases. This issue was noted to sell around 10,000 copies.
Damn.
Which is impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all this is happening when he was like kind of a teenager, like early 20s. Like he was just writing this magazine.
He found a popular game.
Basement.
He was like, fuck yeah, dude. Let's bomb some people.
At this time, a young man by the name of Ken Sugimori found one of the magazines and reached out to him to help illustrate some aspects of the issues.
Dude, fuck yeah. He was like, I can draw.
Yeah, I can draw. I want to help you out.
Yeah.
Yep. This is when the magazine itself kind of reached a maturity step that, around this time, like, yes, it was kind of his full-time focus. Yeah. He'd play video games for 2 or 3 days out of the week. He would then write strategy, Thursday, and then he would distribute it Friday type of thing. This was all during the mid to late 80s.
Dude, he was like, dude, Monday and Tuesday is my favorite fucking day.
Yeah.
I get to play video games all day.
Yes.
All day, dude.
As this magazine grew, both him and Ken were thinking a lot about modern games, and they just kind of thought that a lot of modern games kind of fell flat and weren't that good and weren't that innovative.
Damn, I've played it all.
A lot of games during this time, like Space Invaders, right? One of the first games. Like dozens to hundreds of games were like centered around the core concept of Space Invaders. You're a ship, you fire forward, things come down from the top.
Yeah.
There was little innovating. A lot of people were just copying concepts of what was already out there.
Yeah.
Which happens a lot today. I mean, go figure. You just try to hit on the
success.
Oh,
yeah, dude. I mean, talk about extraction shooters, just fucking
exactly
copy paste.
You find the gold mine and you extract value. Well, in 1989, they decided to just do it themselves and make a game. And they've never done this before. They're like, let's just make a game. They purchased the prerequisite hardware for game development, and off they went. In this effort, they pivoted their magazine company to a video game design firm. So with whatever money they had left in the bank, they were just like, let's make a game.
Let's make it.
Yep. The two, Ken and Satoshi.
What's that equipment? I would love to know what's that equipment.
It's like they purchased the development kit for the NES.
Okay.
Which is like an NES. It's like an open source NES. Like all the ports and things were open. Like you could understand like the hardware. Like I don't know. I've never developed a game, but they're like for the PS5, there's a development kit.
Yeah.
For the Xbox One, there's a development kit.
Yeah, I'm sure that there's like a.
Now the kits are like $6,000. I mean, it's really expensive, but yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, it lets you understand the system so that you can then create a game that fits on that system. Yes, right. But how did they create the game? Like that's where I'm like, I wonder what that software is.
I don't know.
Because like in the 80s, like
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they were still working in Terminal.
Probably. I don't know. That's a great
crazy.
I think it's its own episode. Like, what was coding like in the early to late 80s?
Yeah, because like I'm sure that they like literally black screen green text.
Python didn't exist. Java didn't exist. You were just coding in I think C# or C++.
C or C#. One of those.
Yeah, you're just coding, and you're reading a textbook.
I have no idea what Pokemon is coded in. I'm sure it's coded in something different now, but like,
I'd have no idea.
That's crazy to think about.
The two, Ken and Satoshi, were able to come up with an idea for an arcade-style puzzle combat game. Like, what the fuck does that mean? They named the game Quinty to Namco, and Namco liked it and agreed to publish it. What this game was you're a character, you're inside of like a grid, kind of like a chessboard.
Okay.
And your character has the ability to flip the tile in front of you over to like a trap tile. And if you manage to do that with like and kill the enemies in the room, then you can advance to the next level. So it was a puzzle in which you could find different items to turn, let's say, 3 tiles in front of you over to the trap tiles, or just one, or like maybe a super straight line all the way to the other end. So this was relatively innovative. There wasn't a game like this out there.
Yeah.
And you kind of played like left to right across the screen kind of thing. Quinty was what it's called.
I feel like
very unique game, but I wouldn't have liked it.
No,
personally.
Yeah.
But anyway, they pitched it to Namco. Namco liked it. Satoshi first conceived the idea. This is where he kind of gets back on to kind of Pokemon. He's always had this idea of a collecting-oriented game kind of in the back of his head the whole time.
Yeah.
Satoshi first conceived the idea of Pokemon in 1990 after seeing the original Game Boy release and being interested in the peer-to-peer link cable that enabled that was at first used to enable like a 2-player game.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can play a fighting game against someone on this like on 2 different consoles.
Yeah.
But it was never used to like trade actual digital assets from one thing to another.
Yeah.
It was to enable 2 players playing the same game. And he was like, I think that's really cool. I think it's really cool technology.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a game where you collect little pets. Like a Tamagotchi type of thing. You collect pets and you trade them to other players. Like that was the core game loop. Yeah, super cool. And he's quoted with saying like he originally thought of this when like the game link cable connecting 2 devices together. He originally thought of back to his childhood like an insect crawling on a stick from one tree to another tree. He's like it's a connection type of thing. Like it's not just enabling people to play. It's like it's truly connecting the world together. Like he just saw more of this functionality basically, which I think is super fucking cool.
It is cool.
Innovator.
And like in that time frame it's extremely innovative. Like in part it makes me think of like the Fire Red just came out and they don't have like online trading.
Oh, it's only peer to peer.
It's only peer to peer.
Your friend on the bus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like imagine again, this is the day of analog. Internet does not exist.
Yeah.
If you see a homeboy on the bus with a Game Boy playing Pokemon, you're like,
holy shit,
bro,
do you have your cable?
Yeah. Can we trade something right now? Like, what Pokemon do you have?
I remember this so much, dude.
Right.
And people are, oh my God, dude, people are so stingy about Pokemon. Oh, dude, I remember trading. And then, like, cards the same way. Card trading and cards was really big around that time. I don't know.
Right.
I wonder, do you think kids, like, still trade things in school?
Not to the extent that we traded. I mean, like maybe.
Dude,
like,
we used to trade pencils.
Yeah, pencils.
I'll trade you my rubber band bracelet.
There were so many things in school designed to collect and trade.
Yeah,
so many things. Rubber bands, bracelets,
yeah, the silly bands,
pencil toppers.
Do you
remember Mighty Beans?
Erasers?
Do you remember Mighty Beans? They were like little pill-shaped beans that would just like.
Oh, I think so.
Trade. There's so many collectible.
Oh,
type
you
stuff.
know what? You know what I used to have? Oh my God.
Silly bands.
No, the fucking tech decks.
Tech decks?
Dude, tech decks.
Tech decks with like interesting art underneath the board.
Uh-huh.
So many things in school I remember were designed around collecting, trading, bringing to school, et cetera, et cetera. And he had these ideas back in 1990. So, I mean, before we were even alive, he was like, I want to create something where kids, teens, and whoever could trade these digital assets to one another. Like, so I think so innovative.
It is.
Truly.
It really is. And it almost sounds like it comes from a place of like impatience for like, I want to make a good game. Fuck all these people can't make a good game. I'm going to make one. They don't have good ideas.
Exactly. I know I loved about Satoshi and researching about him. He's like, he did have like I can just do that.
Yeah.
I can do it, which I love that mindset. Honestly.
Yeah.
I can do that. Yeah. So after a while in 1990, again, this was the first year at which he envisioned and conceived of this game. He envisioned a game where players would capture insect-like creatures and using the Game Boy's link cable would trade them to one another. That was like a core aspect of the game. Very similar to his childhood bug collecting and trading. He pitched this initial idea with Ken to Nintendo. The execs at Nintendo didn't really catch on to this idea or understand the concept because it wasn't like any other game out there. They're like, I don't know about this. This is not Space Invaders 12. Like, this is new.
Yeah. It's not action right away. It's like, you tell me I'm supposed to just accrue things and then give them to someone else?
Yeah, exactly. To them, it was like, he literally did psychic damage to them. They're like, huh? Confusion. Yeah, casted confusion. As there's no other game like it on the market. However, given Satoshi's reputation, he really, with his game studio, came into the market. I mean, he published a game, Quincy, etc., like in a couple of years. He kind of had a good reputation in town for developing things that were new and interesting. So they did put up the first funds to fund the game. After given Satoshi's reputation as kind of a whiz kid in the industry. In the early development, the game was called Capsule Monsters. Maybe you've heard that before. Capsule monsters, but was changed to pocket monsters as they had
pocket, but not
pocket
capsules.
monsters. Yes, as there was a character limit on the registration of the game. So literally, just on the character limit, they changed it from capsule monsters to pocket monsters, which is not very much. It's not shorter at all.
Okay,
which was later renamed in partnership with the marketing kind of part of the business to Pokemon. A shortened name of
someone
Pocket
in
Monsters.
marketing was like pocket monsters.
Right.
What about something more fun? Pokemon.
Another big thing in this time, kind of, Japan in the 90s, it was kind of undergoing like a lot of things in culture, anime, manga, characters and mascots for other products, toothbrushes, toothpaste, all had like a monster as their mascot. So it was like a big thing to have like a little monster guy. So he and the marketing team kind of came up with like, we don't want to go monsters because everyone's doing that right now.
Yeah.
We should shorten it, make it more interesting. Because I wouldn't consider a Pokemon a monster.
Yeah,
it's like a pet.
Yeah.
In a way. So they changed it to turn it into Pokemon. Right. Ken.
This conversation just makes me want to play Emerald.
Ken. Yeah, I know, right? It's like, wow, it was an art.
I literally just want to download it on my computer and go.
Satoshi's early magazine business partner, Ken, right? The guy who wanted to sign on and illustrate the magazine.
Yeah.
He was the one that first illustrated and more or less designed the original 151 Pokemon. He drew them himself.
Okay.
Ken Sugimori.
I think I've heard his name before because he's got. I've seen some of the illustrations, the original like artwork for the 150.
For the 150, yeah. He was
because
the
they
one
were like
to
water paint, if I remember right.
Like watercolor?
Yeah, watercolor.
Maybe. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it, but
I think I have. I could be wrong.
Development for the first game went on for 6 years. 6 years.
Damn.
And nearly bankrupted the company many times. There were times where there wasn't enough money to pay employees, and some employees had to work without pay for months on end, which led to moments of high turnover.
Yeah.
I got to pay rent, guy. I'm going to quit, right?
Yeah.
So developing
tough.
the first Pokemon game was an uphill battle.
Yeah.
And
it was a lot.
Yeah.
You have 150 individual characters.
Yeah. And the story in Pokemon is quite long.
It's good.
To finish the entire game is probably a 20-hour experience, which is way more than any game.
I think like the best speed run is still only like 2 hours.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's a while. Yeah. So like, again, this was just bigger than anyone could have imagined, way much more detailed, et cetera, et cetera. Satoshi, nearly the whole time, never took a salary, however. Knowing that the company was going through these financial struggles, he never took a salary, and he lived with his parents mostly.
Damn.
Commuting into the city to the kind of office workspace, he never took a salary the whole time over these 6 years. Dude. He's a grinder. He believed in his dream.
His parents were just like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, seriously. But he lived the dream. He woke up every day thinking like, I have a great idea. Dude, 6 years. I mean, we worked together for 2.5.
Yeah.
I worked at that company for 3.5 years, going on 4.
Yeah.
And like we accomplished so much in 4 years. I could not imagine spending 6 years and like not launching a product.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That is so uphill. Like I honestly can't even, I mean, I can fathom it, right? But that's
but like
it's a long time.
You're like, oh god.
Yeah.
I wonder how many people were working with him at that point. Like, what was the number of employees?
That's a great question.
Because not everybody's like working to support the product.
Yeah, I mean, someone's just like, you're just writing the scripts.
Yeah, someone's the front desk, someone's the finance, somebody's in accounting,
someone's paying the water bill. Yeah, it's a great thought. Satoshi was forced to sell about a third of the rights to the company to a company called Creatures Incorporated.
Oh, he needed money.
He needed money to continue to operate. And Creatures Incorporated, they were a company centered around character design. I mean, it is Japan. There is a lot of character design, animation, kind of design firms around town. Creatures Incorporated worked to invest and partner with Satoshi and design and animate all of the Pokemon present in the games.
Nice.
So they didn't animate the walking of the character. They didn't animate the doors opening. They only animated the Pokemon.
Yeah, but I mean,
which was more like more detailed.
Of this company,
and
they're like, yeah, we'll just animate the Pokemon. Which still, I mean, like, great deal for them.
Yeah. Yeah, when the game released, they're still like a third majority owner of Pokemon, which again is the world's biggest single franchise.
Damn, dude.
When the game finally released, I know, cash in on that. When the game finally released in 1996, it received very little attention and very little sales, with gaming publishers citing that the Game Boy at the time was largely a dead console. I mean, imagine you're developing a game for like the PS4, and then like the PS5 comes out the next year. Like, fuck. However, right, Satoshi, he's smart. Sales steadily rose, however, after Satoshi published and released news of a secret Pokemon, at first only obtainable via a trade with reputable partner game vendors. He released Mew.
This is how the game events came out, and Mew was a big game event Pokemon.
So, like, if you were an owner of this game, you would take your Game Boy to, like, a event center, a community thing.
Yeah.
And there would be, like, one guy there, or a couple of people who were
I'll give you a code.
given in partnership... Right, given in partnership with the company Game Freak to give you a Mew. He had it on his game console, right? I have 30 Mews.
Plug in.
Right. He's like, he would come to these events, this person, and he'd have like 30 Mews on his Game Boy.
Yeah.
Right? And he would just go around the convention and be like, who are the most devoted players? Yeah. I'm going to find them and give them a Mew. And the players... The whole world at this time didn't know that Mew existed. That was the 151st Pokemon. There were 150.
Wait, fucking
Mew was the secret.
Nuts.
Exactly. Just a secret, super secret collectible, something rare, something valuable.
Is Mewtwo a part of 151?
No, Mewtwo is not in the original game.
He's not in the original.
No.
Okay.
Sales steadily rose, however, after Satoshi published and released news of a secret Pokemon. At first only attainable via a trade with reputable partner game vendors, this Pokemon could... Over time, people found and exploited a bug to obtain the Pokemon, however.
Oh, nice.
This Pokemon was called Mew and was kept secret from Nintendo when the game was released. The requirements to get the Mew through the bug, so you can only, again, you either were getting it from the event or you're getting it from this bug, which was discovered like years later.
Yeah.
The requirements to get the Mew was, as you're traveling on Route 8, you do not battle the Gambler, which is just an NPC kind of outside of town, outside of Lavender Town specifically. You do not battle the youngster with the Slowpoke. On Route 25, you need a Pokemon that knows Fly or Teleport. Okay. You go to Route 8, and you stand just out of sight of the Gambler character. You save. You take a step into the Gambler's line of sight, which will initiate battle. And then you immediately press start before he initiates the battle. You then use Fly to escape the battle, and you travel to Cerulean City. The Gambler, have seen you, will initiate like a combat sequence, but because you flew away, there's like a combat like trying to start in the back, like the back end of the game.
Yeah.
Then you travel to Route 25, and then you beat the youngster with the Slowpoke. After that, then you fly to Lavender Town and walk west towards Route 8. A menu will pop up kind of strangely. You close it, and then you'll fight the Mew. It's a true bug. Like, it's not intended that you get the Mew this way.
Yeah.
It's this weird exploitation of city boundary and
you have to be like
queuing a battle sequence.
Yeah.
Right? Very specific. And this was found again
something
years
about the
later.
Mew battle, like an actual Mew battle is probably just set in that city. So it's like you've entered in the area and you meet the criteria to start the Mew battle.
Yeah.
But
like this,
that's crazy.
Like getting the Mew may have been Satoshi's like idea all along, but he's like, I know this Pokemon is designed in the game. We just didn't finish it enough to get it. Yeah. So I'm just gonna script it into the game and then trade.
Because a part of the original, then that must be like Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres are in there.
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So like, interesting, but he pumped up sales, and this did help sell the first game pretty heavily with the idea that something in the game is secret and valuable.
Yeah. And
there's only a set amount of people. You bring
FOMO.
Imagine you bring your Game Boy and you're like, you have a Mew. You're like, oh my God, you have a Mew?
Exclusivity is one of the biggest deterrents, or not deterrents, like attractants for video games. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Telling someone
things that are rare.
This is rare. This is hard to get. People want it. I mean, you remember like back in the days of like Call of Duty, getting like the badges in Modern Warfare 2.
Oh yeah, like
where you had to like
your nameplate.
Yeah, like those are so hard. You got a nuke. Oh, I got 50 nukes. I got the little fucking nuke icon. That's like holographic and it like moves and shit. It's like a little GIF that plays on your. Dude, those are insane. People went nuts for those.
Yeah, I remember a lot of that. Yeah, the idea that something is rare in a game was a fantastic kind of marketing ploy. Satoshi himself was responsible for many of the game's core features and ideas. One notable feature was that he was adamant for the cuteness and non-violence of the game, even though you are battling these pets against each other. He was like, it's not violent.
Yeah.
This is where he first invented and implemented the concept of there should never be blood in any of the games, manga experiences.
Make a game for everyone.
This should be a teenager friendly game, right? And parents are enabling them to play it because it's non-violent, which is also a reason why the Pokemon never die. They only faint, right? And they get brought back to life by going
by Nurse Joy.
They wake back up, quote unquote, from Nurse Joy at the Pokemon Center.
Yeah.
Yep.
Have you ever seen the Gemstone family talk about Pokemon? You ever seen that clip?
No.
There's a very infamous clip
from the Righteous Gemstones.
So Righteous Gemstones is based on the actual Gemstone family. Those people that are being depicted in Righteous Gemstone are real people.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And Danny McBride looks just like that guy.
Awesome.
Such great casting. But anyhow, there's a pretty famous clip that they are that Danny McBride's character is talking about Pokemon and how it's like, of course, devil ridden.
Yeah.
And it's so funny.
Really?
It's so funny.
I'll have to check it out. Yes. So the game is released. It's doing pretty well, roughly speaking. A month. Now, this is why I could see this game being developed for so long. And it really does shine light on what it takes to be successful in Japan. Because a month after the game released, the trading card game released, which means like they were working on this for years before.
Yeah. Oh, so that's potentially why it took so long. Is they were like, we could also do a card game with this.
Right. They were doing. Yeah. They did the game.
When first edition came out.
The card game. Yep. In around 6 months later, in April 1997, the official anime released. Again, you can't just produce an anime out of nothing. They were probably working on it during the development of the game.
Yeah.
The official manga released 6 months later in 1997.
Damn, they were like fucking
pumping out all like they were spreading this across the board. Every type of media you can find yourself enjoying.
Yeah, push it.
Pokemon was one of them.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that.
I didn't either. I thought it would be a much bigger gap, but again, the studio and Nintendo, like, it was pretty small still.
Yeah, normally, and especially like nowadays, you see like hey, there's a demand for this game. Okay, now that we've got enough like cash flow coming in from just the game, let's come out with a show.
Right.
Perfect example is it League of Legends that has Arcane.
Yeah.
Like
the Arcade came out 7 years after the launch of League of Legends. Like
it was forever.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like I know that quite a few people have said Arcane's really good. And it's like that didn't come out right when League of Legends came out. That wasn't their idea. That it wasn't like a united front of different products.
Yeah, no, this was a very much united front. Now, I have heard in Japan that I heard this. I can't remember where I heard this from. I think it was another podcast or something. It was someone speaking as like a marketing director on this podcast, being like, "This is how you enter the market in Japan." Let's take coffee as an example.
Oh, yeah, I've seen this.
The Japanese people, they don't drink coffee, they drink tea. So Starbucks historically, different places have done very poorly there, right? Because like the Japanese, they just like this, they stick to their comfort zone, and it really takes a ton of money to get them onto something else. The joke there was like, if you want to start a coffee brand there, you first have to develop a candy for kids to eat that is coffee flavored. Okay. You market towards kids, and then they eat and start to appreciate coffee flavor.
Yeah.
And then you make a mascot. Okay. Then you got to make a mascot. That's mandatory, like Mr. Coffee or something.
Yeah.
He sells like toothbrushes or a toy or something, right? And then once those kids become kind of adults and can work and enjoy coffee on their own, that's when you go there and like release a coffee, but you have to partner with coffee and tea stores in the city. You can't just like go and release Starbucks too.
Yeah.
You have to like sell coffee on the street or something, right? It's like this big, huge line of events before you can just open Starbucks there.
Which is so crazy that like the whole economy is going to change in that time frame.
Yeah.
How do you know in the next 20 years that your product now is even going to be worth it? What if they ban it? Like,
who knows?
What if they're like, coffee's illegal now?
Coffee's
fuck.
Or it's super expensive to import or something. It's really it's interesting there in Japan. Well, in the last kind of couple of bullet points, Satoshi has been the director and executive director on every single Pokemon game since. He's been at the top of the
I've definitely
chain.
seen his name then, because I've played plenty enough.
He's been at the top of the chain. He's the one that signs off on all the
decisions
he
cares
since the very beginning.
That's so nice though, because like I said, he cares just an exuberant amount.
He does.
He really gives a shit.
That's what I think about a lot of Nintendo games, Pokemon excluded or Pokemon included. A lot of the Nintendo games that come out, whether it's Super Mario or Donkey Kong, you know that the people who made that care a lot. I mean, those games are usually really, really good. Yeah. And really, really tidied up.
Like Zelda.
Very little
Zelda's
bugs
very good. Mario's has been very good recently. The new Donkey Kong's been really good.
Ken, the original illustrator of the magazine, is still like head art director of Game Freak and signs off on all the decisions, more or less. Pokemon is now the most successful franchise of any single game, movie, or book franchise. Over its lifetime, it has reported to have brought in around $116 to $150 billion. So from the inception of the company in 1996 till now, they have brought in around $150
What's Satoshi's
billion
net
dollars.
What's his net worth?
We can look that up after this. I mean, we can try.
I want to know. I hope this man's got hella hoes and boats, bro.
This dollar amount beats all of the individual Disney franchises. It's about 3 times the size of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is every single Marvel superhero. Pokemon beats everything.
Honestly, good. Marvel's dog shit.
It is.
I think it's fucking slop.
Marvel has been around since like the 30s. 1930.
You know what? That's a good point. I wasn't considering comics. I was talking about the movies there.
But still, Pokemon beats all of that handedly. Like the second place.
It just makes me want to play Pokemon.
Yeah, it destroys. Like it's so.
We should just
successful.
do like a live stream of us just
crazy.
like playing Pokemon in the garage.
Last year in 2025, a live stream. Do you think we can beat the game in like a 3-hour live stream?
Beat the game? No, that'd be a push.
Pretty hard.
But we would do an older one for sure. Have you played Fire Red? Dude, Fire Red's hard. I shouldn't say it's hard. It's difficult, especially in comparison to the new stuff.
It takes active thought.
It is
party alignment.
Difficult. Yeah, like you have to give a shit about what you're doing. Whereas, like in comparison to the new games, it's just fucking cakewalk.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like when Fire Red came out, all these people were like, "What the fuck, dude? Why is this so difficult?" Like you get poisoned in a battle and then walk back to the Poke Center, and you're like, your Pokemon's fainting, dying.
Yeah, dying
because he's poisoned.
That's all. That doesn't happen in the newer games?
They took that mechanic out. Yeah, it's like it's such a cakewalk in the new shit.
Life has gotten too easy.
I know.
In 2025,
they do have the Mega Evolutions over
the Pokemon Company. The Pokemon Company, which is now a conglomerate of the Nintendo, Game Freak, Creatures Inc. kind of company. They kind of coalesced everything together, and they now are called the Pokemon Company. In 2025, they brought in around $3 billion worth of revenue, a 15% growth increase from the year prior, namely from the trading card game that we played from in-app purchases. In-app purchases in just that game brought in $152 million.
Holy shit, bro! Crazy. No way.
And with an increase of interest in rare Pokemon cards and Pokemon cards in general, it's shot up the revenue over the last 2 or 3 years. They bring in so much money.
I was going to say the cards alone have had to have, because they sell. They're constantly gone.
Yep.
They're constantly gone. I saw that which I do not.
I went to Best Buy the other day and there was a line of 100 people out the door.
I do not have a single Pokemon card in my house. I do not have one. I have never actively sought out and collected Pokemon cards. I saw a 151 at Costco and I almost bought it. And I was like, I don't have. Why? Why would I buy this? But it was just like the thought of I like Pokemon. I care about Pokemon. I should buy that because I know it's valuable. And I didn't buy it. And I walked down to the store. And now, you ready for this? That same box, I saw a torn version of it. The big 151 box, $700. Torn.
Oh my God.
Torn.
Jesus.
Torn. I could have bought it for like $60.
No, it's fucking crazy.
And I think back now and I go, what the fuck was I thinking? Why did I buy that shit? God, idiot. Like,
Pokemon today is just insane. I was buying packs here and there like a year ago, just to find a rare pull every once in a while. I was being influenced by Pokemon influencers though. I did pull a card that was worth like $20, but nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I had maybe like 100 cards, and I sold a lot of them to some Mexican kids during
hell yeah.
For cheap, super cheap. I hope they go on to enjoy their own Pokemon adventure. Yeah, and Pokemon's also very like child and kid forward.
Dude,
friendly.
they probably had a blast buying them from you.
Oh, they got.
They're probably thrilled.
They got into my binder. They don't even know what they're looking at. They're just like they just like start ripping out everything.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, hey, buy it all.
Cute.
Buy the binder, kid. You know.
Yeah, go figure. Well, now, so we got 2 more things. So that's Pokemon in a nutshell. At least the road to the first game. We have 2 more segments here. You mentioned last episode that you are fairly confident that you can name the original 151.
Okay.
Right? Is that true? Is that true?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have like a? Okay, never mind.
I have a link here. I wanted to put you to the test because I do have confidence that you could do it.
I'm so nervous.
I have confidence that you can do it, and I wanted to see how many. I have confidence that you could name all 151. I want to see how fast you can do it.
Oh God!
So I wanted to see. I'm going to hand you my phone. This is a website where you can just scroll down and see all of the in order.
Okay.
Right. You just keep scrolling.
Oh, you can even see them. Okay.
Yep. You can see them. So we're not doing a silhouette type of thing.
Yeah.
I want to see if you can name all 151 in 3 minutes or less.
3 minutes or less.
That's about.
Should we put it on the TV?
A Pokemon every 2
seconds.
seconds.
Share screen to the TV. And
I'm just gonna hand you my phone because there's some latency, and I don't want that. I don't want that to get in the way of you naming these Pokemon because you can scroll at your own speed. I'm gonna time it on my watch, and if you choose to skip, you can just skip and move right on. I was gonna count your skips with the counter.
Okay. Okay. Should I? I'll do this. How about this?
I'll give you a couple minutes to kind of study.
Wait, is the start quiz like the pop up?
No. I don't know what the start quiz is. Just you're literally on the
okay.
site. You just scroll down infinitely.
Okay.
More or less.
So you tell me when you're ready.
Okay, here we go. Let me set this up for a good Instagram post.
Damn, 3 minutes. Fuck.
3
here,
minutes.
wait.
And let me set up my watch here too. Yeah, take some time. Let's gather your thoughts and minds. Let me turn my watch on.
I saw a Q&A question the other day. They were like, "Who is the number 1 entry, the very first entry in the Pokédex?" And everyone's like, "I don't know, Pikachu, like Pidgey," and it's Bulbasaur. Yeah, Bulbasaur is the very first entry. Every time the Pokédex is released, the first 9 entries is always the starters.
Yep. Classic. Here.
I'm nervous.
You got this, man. Here, let me. Okay, I figured out how to do it. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Let's see if you can name all 151 Pokemon in 3 minutes or less.
I'm so nervous.
You have my phone?
Yeah, right here.
Here we go. Ready, set, begin.
Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur, Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise, Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree, Weedle, Kakuna, fuck. It's like
you can skip if you want.
It's like it's something with a drill. It's like fucking.
I feel like this should have been a skip.
I know. Skip. Pidgey. Pidgeotto, Pidgeot, Rattata, Raticate, Sparrow, Fearow, Ekans, Arbok, Pikachu, Raichu, Sandshrew, fuck.
I feel like if you don't know, you gotta skip.
No, but I do know, because if I hear it, I'm be like, fuck, I knew that. Yeah, skip. Nidoran, Nidorina, Nidoqueen, Nidoran, Nidorino, Nidoking, Clefairy, Clefable, Vulpix, Ninetales, Jigglypuff.
Half your time has elapsed.
Holy fuck, I'm not even close.
You gotta be skipping more.
Jiggly, and then skip. Zubat, Crobat. Unmentioned is never mind, I won't say it. Oddish, and then Gloom and Vileplume. Fuck, what's this little guy's name? His evolution's Parasect. I don't know. Is it Skip? And then Parasect, and then Venosect, and no, that's Venosect. Fuck, what are you called? Skip. We just talked about him.
You don't know that guy?
I'm trying to remember. I'm nervous. Doug Trio. God, what's his name? Diglett. Meowth, Persian, Golduck, and no, he's Golduck and Psyduck. Mankey,
Push
Primeape, Growlithe, Arcanine, Poliwag, Politoad, Poliwhirl, Politoad, Abra, and Alakazam, and fuck, what's your name?
5,
I don't know. Whatever.
4, 3, 2,
Machop,
1.
Machoke, Machamp.
Please stop.
Damn it, dude!
3
I couldn't
minutes.
do it in 3 minutes. I got to go through it.
Yeah,
now.
keep going.
Bellsprout, and then Victory Bell. No, you're Victory Bell. I can never remember.
I
the
don't
middle
know a lot of
evolutions.
these. Personally.
Yeah, Bellsprout, and then I cannot remember his name, and then Victory Bell. I'm almost certain, and then Tentacool and Tentacruel.
Cruel.
Geodude, Graveler, and then fuck, what's his name? He only got him by trade evolutions. And it's different. It's just different. I can't remember his name though. Fuck. Ponyta, Rapidash, Slowpoke, Slowbro, unmentioned Slowking.
Yep.
And then Magnemite, Magneton. And then this is Farfetch'd, Duo, Dutrio, and then I think it's literally just Spheal,
yeah.
and then Dugong. And then there's Muck and fuck, what's his name? Like Slimer?
Mm-hmm.
Is
Yeah.
it Slimer?
I think. I'm just going to say sure, because I don't know.
I don't remember.
We'll skip that
I
one.
think it's Slimer. And then there's Sheldish and Cloyster. And then you have Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar. You have Onyx and Hypno and Drowsy. Then you have Kingler and it's like Crabby. Voltorb and Electrode. Fuck, what are these little egg things called? It's like
I don't remember.
I cannot remember what the eggs are called, and it's like Executor,
yeah.
Cubone, and then Marowak, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Lickitung,
One of my personal favorites.
Coughing, and then Wheezing, and then it's not Rhydon. This is Rhydon. This is Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn. Or is it the other way? Rhydon, Rhyhorn. That's what it is. And then fuck.
You got this.
Not Miltank. She has the lucky egg. This is like a hard item to get in the beginning generations. Fuck, what is the name of her?
Chansey,
yes.
Boom.
Chansey, Tangela, Kangaskhan. I probably said that Kangaskhan. I don't know, whatever. Horsia, and Seadra. Then there's Goldeen and Sea King, Star You, Star Me, Mr. Mime, Scyther. Oh, fuck, what's her name?
What does it look like?
It's like different. It's
I don't know.
You'd like trade to get her inversion specific ones.
You can just skip it.
Yeah, skip. Electabuzz. Magmortar, I want to say is his name. Magmortar, Pinsir, Tauros, Magikarp, Gyarados, Lapras, Ditto, Eevee, Vaporeon, Jolteon, Flareon, Porygon, Omnimite, and I don't remember his evolution's name. His evolution might even be Omnimite. And then there's... Fuck, what are these guys' names? The fossils. Fuck, dude.
That's okay. I was going to say, once we get through this, I was going to say we should do the same quiz next week after you study.
Oh,
because I feel like
I will go play Fire Red right now.
I bet you can rip.
Oh, I bet so. Aerodactyl, Snorlax, Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres, Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite, Mewtwo, Mew.
Yeah, you're almost done there. I think if you were...
Honestly, I might be a little glad that I missed some.
If you were humming at the speed that you had the first start, you could do it in 3 minutes, I think.
Oh, I think so.
I feel like your personal challenge by next week is we're just going to immediately start and you're going to try this again.
Let me see it. Just did a brain dump.
You had 11 skips, and that was maybe about 7 minutes, 6 or 7.
That would probably be... I would be more pressed to do it for the Hoenn region than the Kanto region. The Hoenn region, I think, would be really hard.
I barely knew these. A lot of those middle evolutions, I totally
middle evolutions are so hard because you literally you just don't play them. You don't have them as long.
Yeah, you only have you could literally go from first to second evolution in a playthrough, in a session. Honestly,
what's the middle evolution for Blaziken?
I don't remember.
It's
Blazichick or something. I don't remember.
Blazichick. It's Combuskin.
Ah, yeah. See, a lot of these Doi. And then it sounds so familiar.
And then Blaziken. Yeah, I was trying to remember. So my favorite from Hoenn is Mudkip. And I was like, what's the middle evolution for Mudkip? It's Marshtomp.
Marshtomp, yeah.
Yeah.
And
then you get Swampert. I was like, Swampert's so sick.
Yeah, he is pretty cool. Can you give me another beer?
Yeah.
The final segment here, I think you did a really good job. You did better than what I would have done. Next time, your personal challenge. Next time we do a podcast, you have 1 week to get that list under 3 minutes. I think you can do it. In the last bit here, I have a quiz, one of my classic quiz games, various trivia items and things from the first game. Gracias.
That's the trick with the handle there. You just gotta be fast.
Boom. Are you ready for Pokemon Red? Wait. Are you ready for Pokemon Red and Blue, the quiz?
Yeah.
Great. Question number 1. When you start the game, where are you? A, in your room. B, in a Pokemon Center. C, in Professor Oak's lab. Or D, in a moving truck.
Emerald, you're in a moving truck. I want to say you're in your room.
Final answer?
Yeah.
You are correct. Yeah. You're in your room. Nice job.
Hell yeah.
In the first game, who gives you the first HM cut on the SS Anne?
Oh, the captain.
Correct. Yeah. Wow, look at you. It was about to be multiple choice, but yes, you are correct. It is the captain. The other options were a sailor, your rival, or a man who lost his great-granddaughter. But no, you are right. It's the captain. Nice job. Question number 3. After you pass through the rock tunnel, you get to what city? Is it A, Fuchsia City, B, Lavender Town, C, Brass Gold City, or D, Indigo Town?
Oh, Lavender.
Lavender Town?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Yeah.
You're correct.
Yeah.
3 for 3 on
Lavender.
the Pokemon
That's
quiz.
that's where the ghost tower is.
Right. While you're in Lavender Town, what critical item do you get in this town to progress the game?
Pokeflute.
Look at you go, dude.
Dude,
I didn't need multiple choice on this one. I was gonna say Pokeflute, Bicycle, the Master Ball, or the HM Surf.
I almost fucked up the tunnel one because my first thought was Cerulean, but there's a Cerulean tunnel. That's why I was thinking of it. But yeah.
2 more questions. After you catch all 150 Pokemon, you can get your diploma. What city can you receive this in? This is a free response.
This is I want to say you get your diploma from the developer group, and the developer group is in like the shopping town, and I want to say I want to say that's Fuchsia. Or Fuchsia's like the middle one. I know on the map where it's at. It's so it's Lavender, and maybe it's Fuchsia City. That's the middle one. Mm-hmm. And then the far left one I cannot remember the name of.
What are some other cities?
Cerulean.
Correct.
But there's the Cerulean tunnel isn't there. There's Pallet Town. I don't even think that's the same generation. Cinnabar. There's
Cinnabar, yes.
What's Vermilion? But it's not Vermilion. I forget Misty City.
I tried to egg you on, but I will ask for a final answer.
There's no multiple choice.
Sorry,
you're exiting multiple.
This
choice
is the
now?
only one that was multiple choice.
Oh, dude, it's from the developers. I know that they're like in a high rise, and I cannot remember the name of the city. It's got the gambling corner in it. I cannot remember the name of it.
It is Celadon.
Celadon. Damn it, that is right.
Celadon.
Yeah, Celadon City's got the shopping center.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what Celadon looks like off the top of my head, but is it like the biggest city? Or is it just the city with the developer thing in it?
So what Celadon and Fuchsia, I would say, are like the two bigger cities. Fuchsia being like the biggest one. That's the one that has Silphco, which is like this like big corporation there. The importance of that is Team Rocket takes over their like building. But Celadon has the Celadon Shopping Center, which is where you can go to buy like TMs.
Gotcha.
So you can get like Flamethrower, Ice Beam, Thunderbolt, like mid-game.
Yeah. Mid-game strong moves.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, hey, you did really, really well in the other questions. Last question. This has been getting easy to hard.
Okay.
Hardest question. What is Satoshi's favorite Pokemon?
Ooh.
Is it A, Pikachu, B, Pinsir, C, Poliwag, or D, Butterfree?
I think it's a bug type.
I will give you a small hint. It's not really a hint. I mean, I don't know. The manga, when it released, around 8 months after the release of the game, the main character in the manga, that was its primary Pokemon.
Primary?
Like it's its starter was one of those 4. Pikachu, Pinsir, Poliwag, or Butterfree.
Okay, well, it's not Pinsir and it's not Poliwag, but Butterfree was on his team. Butterfree was around from the beginning, but not starter. So it's got to be Pikachu.
Is there a final answer?
Yeah.
It's not Pikachu.
It's Butterfree.
It's not Butterfree either.
What?
It's Poliwag.
Poliwag was like a beginner Pokemon for
Yeah.
Ash? I didn't know that.
Satoshi was asked one time a long time ago, what's his favorite Pokemon? And he answered Poliwag.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And it's the manga's kind of starter Pokemon. So imagine like a Poliwag on the shoulder.
Shit, dude. I gotta rewatch Pokemon now with JP.
Different. That would be great.
I think it's gonna be a blast. Yeah. I can't wait. I'm gonna buy all of them.
There is some debate in the Pokemon world that Satoshi corrected his favorite Pokemon to Poliwhirl. So if you would have said Poliwhirl or whatever, talk about it, like I would have given it to you. But Poliwag, Poliwhirl. What's his favorite Pokemon?
Huh. Interesting.
Interesting.
The tadpole Pokemon.
Yeah. Kind of hypno.
I always like how they referenced in the Pokédex, like oh, it's like, what kind of Pokemon is this? Oh, it's a mouse-like Pokemon. And you're like, what? There's no mice.
Like Eradicate.
This one is? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pikachu is a mouse-like Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And then Poliwag was a tadpole.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah, really interesting. Do you think they've...
Dude, some of these memories are so repressed. How am I remembering that?
I think a lot of these Pokemon are so original. I mean, go figure, we're 20 years later from 1996. No, we're 30 years later from 1996.
Yep.
What do you think of the most recent games? And what do you think of the Pokemon's designs? Because they just released the 3 starters for the next generation, right? There's a Pomeranian fire type.
Yeah, I've seen some.
There's
I've seen
a monkey
some discourse, but they haven't released their final evolutions. So I feel like that's I can't judge them. Here's what I will say: I will always be a sucker for the original games. There's something about 8-bit art style that I think is incredible. There's a lot of remakes out there.
Yeah.
Not even just remakes, but
kind of thing.
Yeah, remasters, but also fan made versions that are 8-bit, and they just look so good. They look so pretty.
The simplicity, and you mentioned the challenge. I remember it was a big part of early Pokemon. It was hard. If you make the wrong decision, you will lose.
Bro, you will lose.
Yes.
You will, and they will spam the move that you don't want them to spam.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, I'm going to die if this Arcanine throws Flamethrower one more fucking time. And you're going to die. You're going to faint. You're going to lose money. That's the other thing. You lost money.
Yeah.
You don't lose money anymore. I think that the biggest,
placating.
I think the biggest system that fucked up modern Pokemon, because I do think that not the newest one that's a third person timer battle based. It's free roam.
Yeah,
that one's okay.
They're trying to be innovative.
Yeah, they're trying to change up the formula, which I appreciate. The one before that, and I'm blanking as far as what it was, Scarlet and Violet, I think is what it was. Scarlet and Violet.
Sure.
The issue I have is that it's too easy to raise your team. The experience share mechanic,
experience share,
where now everyone gets a piece of the you just fly through the main quest.
So antithetical to what Pokemon's about.
There used to be a grind. Yeah, there used to be a grind of and I don't even want to call it a grind. It's really not a grind. It was more of we want players to focus on actually catching Pokemon in between. So you're inclined to spend time in the bushes and go and find.
You're dead. That should be a T-shirt quote. You're dead. You should spend time in the bushes.
Yeah. Get into the weeds of it. That's right. I just don't think that that happens too much anymore. I learned the other day that majority of people don't know in Viridian Forest you can catch a Pikachu.
I read that.
In the very beginning. And I've known that since I was a kid. Since I had the first Fire Red, I've because I just was I'm going to sit here and grind in Viridian Forest because I have to go fight Brock, and I picked fucking Squirtle, or I picked Charmander, and I don't have it's a fire type against a rock type gym. I'm gonna get my shit ran if I don't fucking level up my Butterfree.
Who do you think? I mean, these are some philosophical questions. Who do you think Pokemon is for nowadays? Is it for the child who grew up with Pokemon who is now 30? Or is it for the 12-year-old who has a phone?
They're target audience or new kids. I really beyond what I think it's for, right? Because the corporation is going to say it's for the whales, right? It's for the people who we know who are going to pay the money and
I think those are 25 to 35-year-olds.
Yeah, 25 to 35. I think that's a great assessment. I think it should be for the 12 to 18-year-olds. I think that's what it should be.
But I think a lot of their design mechanics of making the game more baby goo-goo is for that generation.
But that's where
generations that don't want to try and go through the slog.
But see, that's where
get turned off.
I disagree. It's I don't think it should be made easier. I think it should be made more accessible. Right?
Okay.
So like
a Pokemon game on your phone, like an app that you pay $20 for?
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
I think it just should be made more accessible. I mean, that was the whole purpose of the Game Boy.
Yeah.
Was to have a console that was not expensive and so that anyone could purchase it.
Yeah. True.
And I think it just needs to go back to being more accessible to anyone. Right now, cards, you can't find them in store. You can't buy them because adults with working jobs are going and purchasing all these fucking things. A copy of Emerald, for Christ's sake, is like $300 or $400 for a Game Boy right now. Yeah, it's nuts.
That's crazy.
And so, like, I think we've created a market that has just demanded adults to be the only ones who can afford it.
Yeah.
And that's insane to me because it's like, I like Pokemon as much as the next guy. I'm not going to spend that much money.
No.
I'm just not. And I'm not interested enough in the cards to be like, I'm going to rip packs and fucking spend my family's money on packs.
That's something different. The trading card game is something different.
But it's that pursuit that I think that the fan base has created.
Exactly.
That's really like dangerous. And if the movement is ever going to grow, or I say movement, it's not really a movement, but if the franchise is ever really going to grow population-wise, I think that for longevity's sake, it should be catered to younger people, right?
I think so.
Younger people should also be enjoying this like we enjoyed it when we were kids, and then in 10, 15 years going like, holy shit, I still love this. This is still a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you keep alive, and that's how our current generation has kept alive Pokemon, and they were able to grow as big as they are. Fun fact, $3 billion worth of revenue a year. They have around 500 employees.
What?
That's so much. Yeah, I know. Isn't that crazy?
Holy shit.
Only 500 employees.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're
I expected
efficient.
Like between 2 and 3 at minimum. 1,000. 2 and 3,000. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. You have to get it somehow in the hand. Now, Pokemon is a great thing where the games when we were growing up were just genuinely good.
Yeah.
We enjoyed the grind. We liked looking back at all of our hard work and beating the Elite Four. And
yeah,
beating the Elite Four. I accomplished something as a kid, right? And it was a rare thing.
Yeah.
And you can go around to school and be like, I have the fucking Elite Four badge or diploma or whatever.
Yeah.
Pokemon are inherently cute, which is a very like younger person thing. Like you could buy every single plushie of every single Pokemon and fill your room up, and that wouldn't be looked down on because they're all cute little things, which is super fun. No, I think if they were to make a mobile app where you paid $20, $30 for it, which would be crazy. That would be the most expensive mobile app probably ever made. It's an entire game start to finish. It's not Clash of Clans. There's little to minimal in-app purchases. They make a game for the iPhone or whatever. And then they somehow bake in this extra rarity type of concept to it, like the trading card game. Like right now, most games there are the regular Pokemon and there are shinies.
Mm-hmm.
There should be like middle rarities, right? To that, I think.
Okay.
I think that would go pretty hard. Like, I have not a shiny, but like a platinum Pikachu or something, right? Something to come to school and be like, look what I have, right? Very trading card game with the art styles and stuff.
Yeah.
But for the actual Pokemon in the game. I think that would go pretty hard. I don't know. They can get more creative. They can get infinitely more creative.
Yeah.
I'm excited for what Pokemon has.
I think they can get more creative, and like other games are seeing this like holographic foil.
Mm-hmm. Another layer to the rarity.
Yeah, the echelon of you have regular, I have something above regular. Other games are even picking that up. I've talked about Warframe before.
Mm-hmm.
I play Warframe.
World of Warcraft does the same bullshit, which a lot of players actually don't like.
Really?
Yeah. Well, a lot of players don't like it because the gear that you grind towards just has a chance to be better. And someone who is dog shit at the game can just randomly get a better item than someone who works really hard.
Fair. Because it's just RNG.
Yeah.
I mean, so in Warframe, the thing that they literally just introduced like a week or two ago was you can take your current mod and you can make it like a foil. So it has like a special art style to it.
Yeah, like a
and
shininess.
They've always had like a mechanic where the card itself, I say it's a card, it's called a mod, but it's built very much like a card. The bottom portion of it has your stats. The top portion of it has some sort of illustration on it. And now you change that top illustration, you change the border, it essentially makes that mod look different. Only you see it. Literally. There's no point in you being like, look at my mod that I have. Boop. I think if they went to the next step. They have now introduced kind of like an in-between where you can pay a vendor to change your mod to be like this rare foil mod. I think if they went to the next step and made it where mods have a rare chance of like you collecting a mod that has like a rare visual effect to it.
There you go.
Off the lid. I should just message DE about this right now and be like, do the next step. Make it like a 1% chance. They already have like farms in that game that are like literally less than 1% to get things. It takes hours to get these. Can you imagine how much these things would be worth if you're like, yes, it's a random chance that you'll get a normal mod that has a special effect on it. That's it. Just a special UI. Do people go nuts? Yeah. I think that's really cool.
It's rare. Digital gold. Everyone likes a digital gold.
Just and like, and of course, at that point, that would then beg people to be like, okay, so how do I get like a pretty basic like health mods called Vitality, right? And it gives you a percentage multiplier on your health, right? So if you start with a base 200, it gives you 150 plus, right? I can't do the math fast enough, but like, what is that, like 450, 500 health, right? At that point, that mod just has a special UI effect on it. That's it. It doesn't change any of your stats in any way.
You're paying for pixels.
Yeah.
You're paying for rare pixels,
and in game, you can trade those, and people go fucking nuts.
Yeah. No, I think a big aspect to a lot of modern games is this like economy feature, an in-game economy. That's all. I would say people play a lot of games just for that rush of selling something for more money than what you bought it for, type of thing.
In-game economies are so much fun.
It's addictive.
I could sit here and talk about in-game economy, so I won't get into it. But
no, I'm with you.
It's a big component.
I would wager that that's what props up a ton of video games. Tarkov, it wouldn't be as big as and interesting as it was without an in-game economy.
Yeah, for sure.
If it was just sell stuff to a vendor, buy stuff from that same vendor, it wouldn't be successful.
For sure, yeah, because people totally judge you if you don't have enough money. People don't think. I think that people don't credit enough selling in that game. But when you have like, when people look at you and you're like, holy shit, you have 30 million rubles, like that's insane. Like, holy shit, you can just buy whatever kit you want. And it's like, getting to that point is really cool.
Yeah, it takes a lot of hard work and you gotta be good.
It's not as much, especially in a game like Tarkov that has an in-game economy. Collecting things, rare things, is not as important as having a big bank account. Right? Because there's nothing in Tarkov that you're like, that's rare, and I have it. Like maybe Red Rebel. Like that was like one thing that was like, holy shit, you have a Red Rebel. That's insane. But other than that, there's nothing rare. It's because it's like at any moment in a match, you can lose all your shit.
Yeah.
But in a game like Warframe, where it is about collecting, you collect Warframes, you collect mods, you collect fucking pets, you collect companions of different assortment, you collect weapons and melee weapons and different, like it's just a collecting game.
Yeah.
And you collect fashion. You just accrue massive libraries of different fashion items so that you can apply those to your Warframes, and then you show off your Warframe. That's it. That's the end game.
Yeah.
And it's a blast. I love it.
Nice. I like the original Pokemon, thinking about it in a philosophical way.
Yeah.
It is. There are some similarities, but there are some major differences to like a modern AAA game.
Yeah.
Most games launch today with a $300 million, $500 million budget. You know, Battlefield, Battlefront, like these games have such a huge budget, but yet it boils down to like this cheapening of microtransactions and so many things like that. Like games are just different nowadays. And
yeah,
it kind of sucks. I would love to live in the heyday of games, which I think was kind of the 2000s,
early 2000s. Yeah,
I
do agree in the sense that I think that Warframe, that Pokemon is running into this wall of.
It's like an ice cream machine.
Do you want me to tell you? You want me to tell you what that is?
It's only like 4:00.
I'm pretty sure that's FedEx.
Really? Just
the FedEx guy for the past like 3 days has come by. Just to recap, so Will and I are sitting in the garage here. We can clearly hear my dog going nuts, and you just heard it drive off after it stopped. Don't hear the music anymore. I'm pretty sure after 3 days of being at home and seeing this, I don't know if I have a new guy on my route. I've never noticed this before, but the FedEx driver is blaring music.
Yeah, that's what that was.
Dude, he is completely just fucking.
We can hear from an.
I have video of him yesterday, like kind of like down my driveway.
Wow.
Going back to the truck, and it's just blaring music.
Guess there's no rule against it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like I'm not gonna stop the guy.
That was like Taylor Swift.
No, he's having a good fucking day. Yeah.
God bless.
I know.
Well, any closing statements about Pokemon? I love Pokemon.
I do too.
It's great.
I love the mega evolutions. I think that's really what you know what? Yes, closing statement as far as what is hurting Pokemon today, and I think they've identified it is turn-based mechanics. I'm not saying that turn-based mechanics are bad. I actually prefer the turn-based mechanics, but it's stale. And other people are like, I'm tired of just doing turn-based mechanics. So what you have to do is introduce things that mean that the turn-based your turn is more important. Like each time you have a turn is really crucial. Versus before, you could like make a move, and if you fuck up, you're like, okay, it's fine. I can recover on my next move. Nowadays, you have things like mega evolutions where you could go do a move and they could recover, change their type, and attack you in one move. It's really crucial that you make the right decision.
Yeah.
Especially in like the like PvP scene. But
I think
I just don't think that the free roam aspect where
I think that's a step backwards.
I would say more lateral than backwards. I'll tell you why. I don't like the fact that it's time based. It changes how you want. It changes what moves you want your Pokemon to know. So, like, I'll give you an example. In turn-based mechanics, you can give up a turn to heal yourself in turn-based battle, right? You could use like recover, and there's a percentage that matters that comes back onto you. Or you could stat boost, and you can even use like 2 turns to stat boost or debuff like your opponent. In the non-turn based, the open roam run around, you could just sit back. You could do nothing. You could just dodge the moves.
Oh, okay.
Or even worse, because it's time based, you spam. You're like, I'm only going to do this one move. And then, of course, that timer goes off. It's kind of like Final Fantasy where you have like a hotkey for a move. You press 1. You then move into like a combo of moves is what you do. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. If they're going to go with that route, though, I think that they need to go into the more like MMO side of things where you expand the amount of moves that you have.
Yeah.
And not reduce your library to just 4 abilities.
Yeah. I would agree with that if they do go down that route.
Yeah.
I was thinking like expand. I remember one of my favorite features of Emerald was where you can walk up to like a pair trainer and fight 2 of your Pokemon versus 2 of their Pokemon.
Yep.
I think it'd be really interesting if there was like teams of 3 or 4.
They did do this. They called them like swarms, but it was only wild interactions. And it was like 4 or 5. And people used to do it for like shiny training. Or shiny farming. You'd go in, you'd find a swarm.
Because a big thing in turn-based combat is having a party that can affect other team members' moves.
Yeah.
Like you might have a healer on your team that its whole job is to heal.
Yeah,
the typical
a tank
turn-based,
and then
right.
like a DPS. Yeah,
I feel like they should integrate that somehow into their combat because that would make it really interesting. That would make your party more a center part of your gameplay.
I think it'd be really cool to see Pokemon as an MMO. You create your character as a trainer, and then you go and collect Pokemon, right? But you battle with your whole team.
That'd be pretty cool.
You battle with your whole team. Your whole team is a move.
Oh, interesting. Your whole team is a move.
Yeah, so like each one of your Pokemon is an individual move, right? So you like in Final Fantasy, you might have like 15 different moves. Like, but what if you have 15 different Pokemons? You press one and Pikachu does an attack, right? So like, I think that would be interesting to see.
Yeah.
You know,
they could do all sorts of stuff. And what news I have to share is that Satoshi is still at the top of the ladder making the decisions. Crazy.
I think it is interesting that he's still on board.
Yeah.
And interesting in a good way. I think that there's people like that in the world that, I mean, I hope his innovation has stayed. But we all know with big corporations, I mean, 500 people is still relatively small. So that does inspire me with confidence that they're going to be.
As far as I know, they're not.
There's a lot of ingenuity.
They're not public or anything. It's all private, so it's not like they're beholden to a shareholder. They can do whatever they want.
That's awesome.
Which is good. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you learned a thing or two about Pokemon and its founder, Satoshi, and its founding company, Game Freak. Super cool that it was a magazine before it was a company.
It is kind of cool that it's a magazine. I love the guide concept.
Super cool. Yeah, video gaming is not what it used to be, but it's its own thing now. Anyway, guys, take it easy. Have a good night. Really appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, everyone.
Thank you so
Next
much.
episode, be sure to look at the handlebars on the motorcycle.